Sometimes I wonder, when Brandon Nimmo does his warm-up swings, does he pretend like he's hitting one out of New York City? The Sheridan Troopers visiting Cheyenne Post 6 for a doubleheader. Bottom of the first, Cheyenne batting. Tanner Renner's going to get the scoring started with this single in the right field. That's going to get Nimmo in from second, and the home team would take a 1-0 lead. Top of the second, watch the defense. Cameron Johnson catches the low pop-up at second, then fires over to first to double up the runner. That took care of that problem, and Post 6 can get back to work on offense. Bottom of the second, not much went right for Sheridan in this game, but we'll give them this highlight. Tice Vex trying to swipe second. Devin Stipes gets the tag down just in time to get the out. It was not a great throw, but somehow he was able to make it work, and the umpire says he got him. He'll take it. Moving ahead, Dixon Maggart's going to do what he's got to do in order to get a run in, even if it means being forced out at first, which he is. But it got Thad Lane in, and Post 6 increases their lead to 2-zip. Later, it's now 3-0. Nimmo's not quite ready yet to trade in the aluminum for wood. He'll get this ball to the wall in right center field for a double and get himself an RBI in the process. Jordan Mossy comes in to make it 4-zip, and then a pass ball later on will make it 5-0. Top of the third, Cody Farrell pitching for the home team, and he had a pretty easy time, a complete game 5-inning shutout, and it does not get much better than that. Bottom of the third, Post 6 looking to add on. Johnson dribbles a single to left field for a base hit. That will get his buddy Matt Carver in, and the scoreboard now reads 6-0. Same inning, bases loaded for Mossy, and he's going to do some major unloading on this one. Not quite enough to get out of here, but enough to do some damage. Lane is in, here comes Johnson, and then Maggard will make it 3 on what would turn out to be a double for Mossy. Cheyenne would end this game quickly via the mercy rule, 10-zip. On to game 2, and the band's all here and tuning up. We just need to get this game over with so we can start jamming. Bottom of the first, the two-time defending state AA champs did not waste any time, and neither did Nimmo. Maybe this triple will end up impressing the New York Mets enough that they'll shell out an extra $1 million for him. Until then, he'll settle for an RBI as Mossy comes home to give Cheyenne a 1-0 lead. Skipping ahead, it's now 3-zip thanks to a couple fielder's choice plays. The bags are loaded for Maggard, and he's going to unload them by going the opposite way to left field. He'll get a double on the play. 2 runs are already in. Here comes Johnson to complete the trifecta. Post 6 was taking command early with a 6-0 lead. They were not done. Mossy's going to help Maggard complete his trip around the bases with this contribution to center field for a single. That will get the job done quickly, and the scoreboard now reads 7-zip. Still in the bottom of the first, the home team would reach into their bag of tricks. While Sheridan was occupied with trying to get the runner out at second, they realized a little too late that Mossy was making a break for home on the double steal. Cheyenne would hang up a 9 spot in the inning by the time the third out was made. Top of the third, the Troopers would finally get things going. Stites is going to smack what would be a double in the left field. Skylar Deitchie would take that as a green light to go home. They would get another one in off of an error, but still trail 9-2. Bottom of the third, the home team would get that run back. Nimmo had himself a good day. He has until middle August to decide if he'll join the Mets or go play at the University of Arkansas. Mossy touches the plate to make the score 10-2. Top of the fourth, the Troopers back at bat. Trayton Havens will manage to get this hit by the third baseman and into the outfield. They'll take the run in any way possible, even if it is unearned. It's now 10-3 as Kelly Kaza will make it so. Later, Stites is going to turn on one and send it to the outfield for a single of his own. His team was slowly but surely chipping away at the deficit. Calvin Eisenex will make his way in, but Sheridan still trails 10-4, good buddy. Bottom of the fourth, Post 6 would hit them deep a number of times, but just not quite enough to get the ball over the fence. Johnson would have to settle for a double, but it gets him a ribby in the form of Svek, and his team pushes the score up to 11-4. The next batter is Maggard, and he had a pair of good games himself on this day. His single gets Johnson in from second, as the home team was cruising somewhat in this game, leading 12-4. They just couldn't put it away fast enough. Top of the fifth, Nimmo could do more than swing a bat, and you'll see my point on this play. He's on the right side of your screen in center field. He's giving chase, dives, and makes the catch. He's an all-around player. That highlight is worth several $1,000s. We're just kidding, Brandon. You don't owe us anything. Bottom of the fifth, it's now 12-5, and Nimmo was not done with his day. Don't feel bad if you have to pitch to him. He's just that good, and good enough to net himself another triple. However, the visitors tried a little too hard to get him out of third and commit a mistake. That's his cue to go home, and he will. Unfortunately, you cannot call this play an inside-the-park home run, but he got it on all four anyway. Cheyenne leads 13-5. Top of the sixth, the Troopers kept fighting. Alex Lashley's going to punt one into the air towards right field, and the outfielder lost it in the lights. That ball drops in for a single. Devin Rougeau makes his way in, and the boys in blue now trail 13-6. Then they take a page out of the opposition's playbook. The runner is safe at second, and Isaac Carroll's not going to be challenged on his way home, so that double steal looked easy. Visitors are now down 13-7. Top of the seventh, Nimmo now pitching in relief. This is the first time this season he's been on the mound, and he still has it. There goes his first victim. Anyone else want to try? Actually, the joke in this game was that he didn't get a grand slam when he had an opportunity, so Cheyenne put him on the mound as punishment. But in truth, I doubt he cared one way or the other. He was still on the mound and was setting him down. Bring on the next one. Here he is, and, well, there he goes, back towards the bench. Nimmo strikes out the side in the seventh to get the save, as Cheyenne Post 6 would complete the doubleheader sweep, winning the second game 13-7.